Hi all, welcome to my channel, welcome to my world. This is the world of Wayne. It's been so long waiting for these things to come, but I finally got the next 4 issues, so we'll do one today of D'Agostini's Build R2-D2. Okay, so let's have a look at the magazine and see what we're building on this issue. By the look of it, we're going to be doing this head section. By the look of, and as you can see, we've got all the bits and pieces in there. So lots of rivets and God knows what else. Look, holes and metal, all metal, which is nice to see, that sort of thing. But here's the magazine, issue 5. If we just have a quick look through it. The main things with D'Agostini, they keep all of the story and what they're actually describing at the front, and at the back is where we actually get to the build. So let's get to that, and there you go, and it tells you exactly what we're going to be building. This cage is what's going to be making the head, and I guess we're just making some of the mechanics that are going to be used to make the head. So this is what we're going to be working through now. So, without further ado, let's get on with it. Okay, I've already laid out the stuff here, and I've got my trusty screwdriver to hand. What we're going to be doing, as you can see, we've got like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 packs of screws, although that's more like bolts there. Some little round thing here, and this flat thing here. The first thing it wants me to use is this, and also a 2 of the shorter silver screws. I'm guessing that means those, because there's no other shorter screws. They're quite long compared to those, so I'm guessing we're going to need those as well. So it says start by taking the dome top plate, bearing retainer, and 2 shorter silver screws, which I've got. Let's open these things up. I should have had these prepared, shouldn't I, because I can never get into these things. But that's one out. Now, just looking, compared to the last 4 issues that we did of this, which seem to be quite basic, this one looks bloody hard. So we'll see how it goes. But basically what he wants me to do is, as seen in step 1, the top of DF01 has a central moulding shape like a keyhole. The bottom is a plain circular recess, which is the same size as the bearing. Right, so, yep, you got like a keyhole, and that's what it looks like on the bottom. It says press DF09, which is this bit here, firmly into the recess, making sure that it goes in straight and that it's firmly seated against the base of the recess. Now, I'm just looking to see if it is directional. As you can see, it's not directional. Basically, we've got the lips on both sides, so it doesn't matter what way we go in, but that is going in just like that. Nice and easy. Okay, next thing. To prevent the bearing from coming out the recess, you need to screw the retainer DF10 into the 2 holes indicated. So this, again, is not directional. So it doesn't matter what way we put in, but I think I'm going to put it in so it's shiny side up. That's going to be going over here to stop that retainer from slipping out. And I'm guessing the 2 screws it wants me to put in are going into those holes there. So let's get these screws out. Now I have bought a pillbox to put these in, so that'll be the next thing that I do. I'll be getting them in there. But let's put the first one in. With these screws, I only just start them off just to keep that level, and then I'll put the next one in. And these magnetic screwdrivers are absolutely brilliant for this sort of thing. Okay, there we go. Let's tighten these up. 1 and 2. And that's that bit done. That was easy. That basically takes up the first 6 steps, which is quite funny. So the next bit we're going to be doing is working with this big black plasticky thing here. Again, I haven't got a clue what this is. Is it a bit of frame? Is it? I don't know. It wants me to turn this over and have it in this sort of direction here. I'm doing this upside down so that you guys can see it the way the pictures are. And it wants me to screw this section in, and it is directional. I'm guessing it goes in that way. And there's only one way. You see, you've got an arrow, a little lip here. It wants that pointed towards that, so it does go in the other way, so that those 2 little arrows there, I don't know if you can see them, there's an indentation arrows meet, and we're going to be screwing these in as well. Now the screws that we're going to be doing these, oh, these are going to use the nuts which we've got here, so we're going to be opening the nuts up. I apologise if I've moved the camera then. Right, let's get these nuts out. Right, there's quite a few nuts. Right, the screws that we used before were... Just having a look. Oh, doesn't tell you. Matching point on a door frame, DF2. Fit the locating pin under the pointer into the hole in the rim of DF01. This will line the fixing holes into the 2 compartments. I can see how that works. What I can't see is what screw we've got to put in here. It doesn't make sense. Right, okay. Oh, so we're going to be using the long silver screws. So basically, yeah, this goes in this way round. Like I said, so if I show you from the keyhole at the top, if you look at the side, it's actually going downwards, if you like. Okay, we'll turn that over. We're going to be putting the bolts in the top side of it. So the bolts will be going in like that, and then we're going to be fixing them with the longer screws at the bottom, which means I've also got to open these longer screws up. Boy, I'm going to have a lot of tidying up to do after this, that's for sure. So I just need 2 of these longer screws. Let's just get a couple of these out. I hope this is like the Millennium Falcon, that they do use the same sort of screws each time, because it will make my life a lot easier. Right, so get that to where it goes again. I'm going to put this bolt in. I'm just going to see if this bolt's directional as well. No, it can only go in one way. So I'm going to hold it in with my finger, turn it over, and I'm going to be screwing in on the other side there, so it goes through the bolt. Just making sure that goes in. Now this is directional. There we go. So the first one's in. The screw's gone all the way through the bottom bit into the top there. Let's do that again and repeat it. That was quite easy, to be honest with you. It could have been a lot harder. So again, we're going to put this into here. Screw it in. Oops. Silly me. I've got to use one of the smaller screws. I meant to use one of the big ones. So even I get confused. Okay, so this one's going in here. You know it goes in because it goes in really tight. And then that's it. As you can see, that's all being fitted there, with the long screws in the top there. And that is the completed, they're calling it the completed head assembly. But I don't know if that's just the head assembly or what. Look, that's what it looks like. All fun. That, my friends, is issue 5. So we're going to have to see what we've got coming in issue 6. As a matter of fact, I'll give you a tease now. We've got a lot of like plasticky bits here. So I didn't even show you the magazine, what it looks like, did I? I'm failing at this anyway. But anyway, that's issue 5. We're left with tons and tons of screws, as you can see. Look how many we got there. And we're left with this bit here. Another bit that we're going to have to keep to one side, because I'm sure this is something we're going to be coming back to later. Hope you like that video. Take care.